Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tennis Fan Video. Alexandra Eala has already achieved the big change that she once hoped to bring to tennis. Her rapid rise continued at the Miami Open, where she once again emerged as one of the tournament's most popular players. While Eala still has room for improvement, she has clearly taken another important step forward in what is already a very promising career. After making her debut at the Sunshine Double, Eala reached the round of 16 at both WTA 1000 tournaments in the United States. Throughout the events, her massive fan base continued to show incredible support. Filipino fans have consistently appeared in remarkable numbers to cheer on their superstar, while many more supporters followed her journey from around the world. Eala first spoke about her hopes for Philippine tennis when she was just 15 years old back in 2021. Even at that young age, she was already determined to change the perception of tennis in her country. Speaking to the International Tennis Federation at the time, Eala said, "I'm really proud to be representing women's sports in the Philippines. Ever since I was young, I think the Philippines has been looked down upon and underrated. In team events, everyone would be praying to get us. I really want that to change, and I feel we have huge potential. If I can be a part of that in any way, I think that would be great." Since then, Eala has not only been part of that change, she has led it. Her influence has helped elevate women's sports in the Philippines, and her popularity continues to grow with every major tournament she plays. As she becomes more comfortable competing at the highest level of the WTA Tour, her global recognition continues to expand. The transformation in her career has been nothing short of remarkable. Just a few years ago, Eala was ranked outside the spotlight, sitting at number 947 in the world while training at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain. Now she has surged into the top 30, completing one of the most impressive rises in recent tennis history. And there is every reason to believe that her ranking will continue to climb in the months ahead. Eala's steady progress has been driven by a patient, step-by-step approach, something she spoke about back in 2021 when discussing her goals for the future. "For the next year, I really hope to focus more on my professional career on women's circuit tournaments and just get as far as I can. I take it step by step. I'm still very new to the women's tour and don't really know what to expect from there, but I think that's part of the journey, that it never stops surprising you." That mindset has clearly paid off. From a young prospect dreaming of change to a top 30 player inspiring an entire nation, Alexandra Eala's journey is quickly becoming one of the most compelling stories in modern tennis. And if her current trajectory continues, the tennis world may only be witnessing the very beginning of something truly special. Alexandra Eala, the rise of a new tennis trailblazer in the ever-evolving landscape of women's tennis. New stars rise every generation, capturing the imagination of fans and redefining the boundaries of the sport. One of the most exciting names emerging on the global stage today is Alexandra Eala, the young Filipina sensation whose rapid ascent has already begun to transform tennis in the Philippines and inspire millions around the world. At just 20 years old, Eala has already achieved something she dreamed about as a teenager, changing the perception of Philippine tennis. For decades, the Philippines was rarely mentioned among the nations producing elite tennis talent. The sport in the country lived in the shadow of basketball and boxing, and international success seemed like a distant dream. But Alexandra Eala has begun to rewrite that narrative. Her rise has been nothing short of remarkable. The 2026 Miami Open provided yet another glimpse of her growing influence and ability. Returning to one of the biggest stages outside the Grand Slams, Eala once again proved she belongs among the world's elite. She battled her way to the round of 16 at a WTA 1000 tournament, facing seasoned opponents and delivering performances that kept fans on the edge of their seats. But what truly stood out was not just her tennis, it was the overwhelming support she received. Wherever Eala played, Filipino fans appeared in large numbers, waving flags and chanting her name. Their presence transformed the stadium atmosphere, turning matches into celebrations of national pride. Even those who could not travel to Miami followed every rally from thousands of miles away, watching late into the night from Manila and across the Philippine archipelago. This global wave of support reflects something deeper than just admiration for a talented athlete. Alexandra Eala represents hope, possibility, and a new future for Philippine sports. Interestingly, Eala spoke about this mission long before she became a global tennis star. Back in 2021, when she was only 15 years old, she shared her thoughts with the International Tennis Federation about what she wanted to accomplish. I'm really proud to be representing women's sports in the Philippines. Ever since I was young, I think the Philippines has been looked down upon and underrated. In team events, everyone would be praying to get us. I really want that to change, and I feel we have huge potential. If I can be a part of that in any way, I think that would be great. At the time, it was the dream of a young athlete who had not yet broken through professionally. Yet just a few years later, those words feel almost prophetic. Eala has not only contributed to that change, she has led it. Her journey toward the top of the tennis world began far from home. As a teenager, she moved to Spain to train at the prestigious Rafa Nadal Academy, one of the most respected training centers in professional tennis. It was a bold decision, requiring tremendous sacrifice from both Eala and her family. Her in an environment where champions are built. At the academy, she honed every aspect of her game. She learned to construct points with patience on clay courts, developed her powerful left-handed forehand, and sharpened her mental resilience under the demanding training philosophy inspired by Rafael Nadal himself. The results soon followed. Just a few years ago, Eala was ranked 947th in the world, grinding through lower-tier tournaments while learning the brutal realities of professional tennis. The travel was exhausting, the competition relentless, and success far from guaranteed. Yet step by step, she kept climbing. Each tournament became an opportunity to improve. Each match, whether a victory or defeat, was part of the process. Slowly but surely, the rankings began to change. Her talent became impossible to ignore. Today, Alexandra Eala stands among the top 30 players in the world, completing one of the most impressive rises in recent tennis history. Her journey is proof that patience and perseverance can turn dreams into reality. Interestingly, the philosophy guiding her rise was something she articulated years ago when discussing her goals for the future. For the next year, I really hope to focus more on my professional career on women's circuit tournaments and just get as far as I can. I take it step by step. I'm still very new to the women's tour and don't really know what to expect from there, but I think that's part of the journey, that it never stops surprising you. Those words capture the mindset that has driven her progress. Instead of rushing toward instant success, Eala has embraced a steady, step-by-step approach. She focuses on improvement rather than pressure, growth rather than expectations. That mentality has allowed her to navigate the intense spotlight that now surrounds her. Because make no mistake, Alexandra Eala is no longer just a promising prospect. She is becoming a global tennis figure. With every tournament she enters, her reputation grows. Sponsors are paying attention. Analysts are discussing her tactical strengths. Fans around the world are discovering the young Filipina whose fearless style and humble personality make her impossible not to root for. Perhaps most importantly, she is inspiring the next generation. Young players across Southeast Asia now see someone who looks like them competing and winning on the biggest stages in tennis. Courts in the Philippines are beginning to fill with children holding rackets, dreaming of following in her footsteps. That cultural impact may ultimately become Eala's greatest legacy. Because while rankings and trophies define careers, inspiration defines history. And if her current trajectory continues, Alexandra Eala may achieve both. From a young girl dreaming of changing how the world viewed Philippine tennis to a top 30 player commanding international attention, her story is already one of the most compelling narratives in modern sport. But the most exciting part? This journey may only be just beginning. With Grand Slams ahead, new challenges waiting, and millions of fans cheering her on, Alexandra Eala stands at the edge of something extraordinary. The tennis world is watching closely, and it feels like a new chapter in the sport is about to unfold. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.